Hey there, it is December 8th, and we are doing our Speak, Sell, Shine. Yeah, should probably let that window down. Okay, view. Hey there, hey there. Welcome. Yes. You all, Tari, you got your email I just sent you for your interview tomorrow, right? Okay, all right. All right, very good, very good. How is everybody?
Hi.
Good, good.
Good.
I see Dr. Nita, Dr. Pam, Rodney, Vicky, Dr. Rhonda, Tiana. Okay, I'm waiting on Ron to enter in. I'm gonna make sure that everybody can share the screen so that way he can actually share the screen. This is gonna be good. Okay. Hey there,
I,
Dr.
I apologize. So for today, I'm going to need to leave at 2:30. So I do apologize.
Okay, well, we're gonna try and get through as much as we can, but it is being recorded right now.
Okay.
And there's YB. This is actually the issue. It is huge. You hear me? So you are going to get physical copies of this. You're going to get physical copies of this. But when I tell you, when I got it, this is the center spread. This is what we're going to be going over today. The personal roadmap. It's gonna blow your mind. But when I got this, I was so excited. Look at all those names of everybody. And this has been really going viral because I can see my traction on my issue, and a lot of people have been reading it and sharing it. But they are beautiful. And what I like is most of you all have the same type of branding. So it's a way where when just like last week, someone says, "Hey, I have an event coming up next year. Do you know any speakers?" You know what I do? I give them this. It's like right there.
Pam,
I don't have to give them a
Pam,
website. Yes. Who's that?
that was me. That was Rodney. I just wanted to give a compliment, but I was waiting for you to finish. I thought you had stopped, but I was
No,
just going to
you
give
know I can
compliments
go.
to the team.
You know it.
so, so very, very quickly, guys, and this is to the whole team, and then it's definitely to you to read, kind of particularly. I have seen several Speakers Magazine covers. You hear me? Several. There are
Mm.
very few that I reach out to Pam and tell her that it looks good. This one right here is one of those few that I think, it's just my little opinion, but I think it's stellar. I'll say that about every cover. This one nailed it. Excellent job, guys. Excellent job too.
Oh, thank you. It's real exciting because one, Teresa's event is not this Saturday, but next Saturday. So it's a lot. Um, and it's all about purpose and all that. But the thing is, the 13th, which is next Wednesday, this will be on a New York Times billboard square. So this
Come
cover,
on.
as well
Come
as
on.
this, and then also where's Natalie? Natalie's will be up there as well. So one of the things where Natalie's thing where you all had your board, that Natalie bought that. So it'll be on there as well as a rising star. So it's like it was in American Business Stars. If you realize you can click to that and go to your reels, if you notice, if you go in the magazine on the issue, you can click and go to your reels. If you notice, you could go on the pages that you can share out, you go to your reels. So it's all about you all speaking and making sure that you are being seen and heard, as well as like this is actually going to be in your hands as well. So it's like I haven't done my like little TikToks and boomerangs with this part yet. I know Tari did, but this is like one of those issues that's a bigger issue than normally, because normally they're about 16 pages. This one is 40. So we're going to make sure that we're doing that. I want to make sure that we are good for today. So what we're going to be doing today is the Pitch DB personal branding strategy, which is brand new. It doesn't actually come out until next week. So Ron is actually going over that with us today, and I'm texting him. You know, he's in Columbia, right? And asking him like, okay, where are you, sir?
I have a question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
That's okay. First of all, I have been spreading this December issue everywhere, and all I'm getting is, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So I got to echo what Rodney said. It is just phenomenal. I mean, and your cover, I mean, stunning, stunning. It's been a phenomenal book. And I have just sent it and sent it and sent it and posted it, and people are resharing it, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is great. So phenomenal job. But my question is, inside of the magazine, we all have an individual page.
Yeah.
If we just want that individual page, because I've seen some people have that individual page, how can we get that?
Right click on the magazine cover, right click on speakersmagazine.com, and you can save it.
Just the one page.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So just
Also,
Mhm.
also, Vicky, another way that I've done it is there was in the telegrams, and if you click your name, it goes right to your Vicky's page, your Rhonda page,
Right.
Anita page.
You're going in and out, Rodney, but
Yeah. And that's also a way to do it as well.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
I
I'm
got
gonna be
to my
quiet.
page, but I just wanted the one sheet because I want to use it as a media kit and
Yeah,
doing
so-
my promotions and stuff.
So, when you go to speakersmagazine.com, not the issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're actually going to the page. So I'm gonna show you that real quick. There's Ron. I'm gonna show you this real quick so I can share screen. Hey, Ron.
Everybody, how's it going?
Good, good, good. I'm just about to share screen real quick with and you can share screen as well. So give me a we can start sharing. Okay, so you can actually see the so when you go to the page, you right click it, and Leah will also send you the logos and all that as well. But share screen.
Because Dr. Pam Perry is everywhere on my stuff, everywhere. I don't care what it is. Tag it, put it on it. Yep, put it on it. Tag it, yep. Speak, sell, shine, yep.
All right, do you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so when we go down here and we see more featured speakers, too many buttons in here, right here. What is this? I don't know that part. So if I go to, just say I go to yours, and I'm gonna view your page. This is your actual page that will be there
Yes.
indefinitely for life. So we just right click it and save image as.
Oh, okay, got it. Thank you.
Yep. So I mean, but yeah, that's how you do it. And then your video is there as well. But this is actually your page to share out as well. If you don't have Pinterest, I will say this one little thing, that if you don't have Pinterest, it will be good to have Pinterest to pin your videos, your YouTube videos, and to pin things like of you speaking in action. It has a lot of juice.
Is it the 10th?
Okay, let me mute somebody over here. It does have a lot of juice in terms of getting Google juice. So want to make sure that you all have a Pinterest. You don't have to be on Pinterest every day, but it's a way to make sure that your pages are seen in Google. So it has a no follow, and Ron, I'm probably talking SEO, trying to be geeky, but it has a large no follow juice. If that's what I say. So a lot of times when you see our videos, we can share our videos on Facebook and Twitter, this and that, but also pin them. And it's just really simple, just pinning using that tool to pin it. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're doing that. So obviously you do LinkedIn, you do Twitter, that kind of thing, but make sure you create a Pinterest account. You will see your analytics and see the amount of views. And it's a whole nother area of people that will be looking forward to your videos. Videos are a big, big deal. You know, I talk about videos all the time. People need to see you as well as hear you. All right. So that is my thing. So making sure that you all are going through all the links in the Speak Sell Shine. All right. Those are making sure that you're setting up speaker match, speaker e-speakers, all of the different places so that people can find you. So, you know, if they can't find you, making sure that the pitch DB, which will be going through as well. Ron is going to be going through this. And also to the Ready, Set, Go, Speak, you all are going to be in for a shocker about that because that is actually taking place in a week or so. That is revamped, and me and Lindsay are just so excited about that. So it is where you could go to ask a question for anything, anywhere, and other people will be there. And I want you all to be the moderators as well. I always say when you learn something, to really, really learn it, you teach it. And that has been true for me. And people say, oh my God, you know social media so well. Well, when I started out years ago, I was learning it, and then I took a lot of courses, and then I started teaching it. And the more I taught it, the better I got at it. And it's so second nature for me to know how to work every social media because I've been on all of them. I was even on Vine before that went out, you know, and I was on a whole lot of stuff, Posterous before that went out. I mean, so I've tried them all. I'm on TikTok, you know, but that is really the best way where I want you all to be the superstars and Ready, Set, Go, Speak to really help the community and help them grow as well. And then collaborate. I love the collaboration. So with that, Ron's story, speaking of collaboration, this is the brainchild behind Pitch DB. So I'm gonna let you share your screen, sir, and really talk about this brand new thing that is coming out in a couple of weeks. Is it the 15th, 17th? I mean, you're muted.
You're referring to the new version of PitchDB?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, that'll actually be live on Monday.
Monday. Okay.
Monday. Yeah.
All
So
right.
what you're saying, what you'll see today will be live on Monday. I mean, we're just going through testing now, and it's pretty cool. Like I hope when you see it, I know um I know Eva has had an account for a while, and I think she'll be pretty impressed with the new version and how much easier it is than the older version. And you know, we've gotten, I'll show you something that's pretty cool. I just got this response today, and I'll share the screen and we'll see
Okay.
it. Um
Testing this for over 30 days. So I'm really glad it's coming out on
yeah, it's pretty cool. Right. So here's one of the things I got today. I just got booked a speaking gig. I sent 20 pitches, got 2 responses back. One of them is a paid opportunity. That's from 11 o'clock this morning.
Oh my
Right.
God.
So we know if you send the pitches, you win. Right.
Mhm.
The issue has just been most people don't know what to say. So we've tried to simplify that. So what I want to do is I want to just kind of make sure, see if there are any types of pitching questions that you all may have. And I want to put those on my notes list. If you can put them in the chat, that way I know I can address whatever questions you may have about cold pitching. To give you a little bit of my background, I've been doing cold outreach for sales meetings and for speaking gigs for the last 8 years or so. And on a monthly basis, I send about 70,000 pitches for our clients. We work with about 300 people doing done for you pitching, where we pitch a minimum of 500 organizations a month. So I hear people say, oh, well, I sent some pitches with PitchDB. I sent 35. I'm like, you're not going to beat the guy that pays us to send 3,000 for him. Like, how do you beat him? Right? Like, you can't even compete with him, but I can't tell you what to do. But, you know, so we have a client that we send 6,000 pitches a month for because he is constantly on stages and that's his thing. So I tell you those numbers to put it in perspective, not to brag about what we do, but to show you that you can win this game just by brute force, right? So I used to manage a couple of musicians, and I used to always tell them, hey man, ain't nobody walking down the street knocking on doors saying, hey, you want to be signed to a record label? You got to get out there and perform and get in front of people and build your own audience. And then maybe you'll get a record deal, but ain't nobody going to discover you, right? Well, the speaking business and the music business are the same. right? I mean, you're both using your voice, you're both using your intellectual property. One just wrote it in a song, the other one wrote it in an hour speech. But it's the same business. So what we've learned is if nobody loves you, create the demand, right? Don't sit back and wait and hope that somebody comes and get you. Go tell them that you're out there. You know, I know Pam because I reached out to her, right? I know, everybody I know is because I reached out to them, right? And so that's what we believe in, the proactive approach to when it comes to speaking, selling, and shining. So you got to be proactive with it. If you're not proactive, then you're going to lose to
Did
the
you need to
person
get over
who is.
here? Because I
Huh?
can surely move. Okay.
Okay. I don't know who that was. I was like, I don't know
I
if she
muted
was
you,
talking
Carolyn.
to me. But yeah, we believe in the proactive approach. So I want to make sure if you have any questions about pitching, can you put those in the chat? That way I can address them. Because I think that a lot of times pitching is kind of described like pickup lines, right? So as a guy, I know the guys in the room will get this, and women, you've dealt with this too. When you were younger, a guy would approach you and say like some magic line he thought was just gonna make you fall in love with him. Well, that's how a lot of speakers think about pitching. Well, I need the right template to say the right word to do the right thing. No, just talk to more girls. Just go, just instead of trying to find the one thing to say to the perfect speaking gig, talk to 300 of them. I guarantee you one of them will book you, right? And that's how it works. So because we're not famous and nobody's looking for us, we have to go and kiss a lot of frogs to find that princess or prince speaking gig. So that's what I want to talk about today is not falling in love with the pickup line, but just talking to more people. Does that make sense?
Talking to
So
more people. And that's
yeah,
that. And you all remember that from when Ryan, when you all had Speak, Sell, Shine, and talk about sales, it is about really talking to more people, getting the leads to speak to more people. And the more leads you have, the more you're going to have gigs. And so when I say be on all the different platforms, that's just so that people can find you. When you do pitch them, they will Google you. Just like if you're on a dating app and maybe you meet someone on the dating app and it's like, but then I'm gonna Google them. And then you want to see what else I have out there, right? Because
yeah, you want to go on their Instagram and see, if I present myself one way on the app and they go on Instagram and I'm twerking, they like, I probably don't want to go out with a guy that's
yeah,
twerking.
yeah.
they,
Or
they,
catfish.
the ideal guy that I'm looking for, right?
Right, right. So
So
that's why I said to build up all of our SEO, all of our Google juice, when they see you that, oh, she is a rising star. Oh, she is doing this, or she is doing. So when you are pitching, and I will say this with you all for Speak, Sell, Shine, you all, I think I only met maybe a couple of you before we were actually part of the Speak, Sell, Shine, maybe a few. And some of you have known me, like Omar, he's not here. He said he's known me for 20 years. So when I finally did reach out to him and tell him about the offer, he immediately said yes, because he knew of me. So that's all I'm just trying to make sure is that being known in the right light and positioned in the right light is important. But pitching is what PR people do on a regular basis. And as a speaker, that is something that you heard Willie Jolly say. I think YB asked him, he says, hey, how did you get that speaking gig? He said, I called the pastor. So even Willie Jolly knows that, yeah, there are some people that are inbound calls, but most of it is outbound. And it doesn't have to be outbound like, hey, can you hire me as a speaker? But Ron will tell you that maybe the conversation is just like, who is hiring speakers, or what is the application process? It doesn't have to be so it's a yes or no right away, but just something to get them interested and pique the interest to at least have a conversation with you back and forth. So that's something I want to say. So Ron, I'm gonna let you go on because I don't want to.
oh no,
Chatting.
no, that's perfectly fine. So here's the one thing that we think about in business, right? So you advertise to get leads. You get leads to get meetings. You get meetings to make sales, right? So a lot of times when I hear people say, oh, Facebook marketing doesn't work or Facebook ads doesn't work, it's because they're trying to go from advertising to sales instead of from advertising to a lead, to a meeting, to a sale, right? So unless you're doing something e-commerce wise where they could just go buy your t-shirt, well, you can advertise directly to that, right? You don't need a meeting to sell a t-shirt. But if you're selling a service, it's usually a lead, a meeting, and then the sale, right?
And then the lead-
So when most people pitch, they're
Mhm.
pitching usually with the expectation that in that pitch, they're going to close the deal. No, 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 no. You're pitching to get the lead, right? Hey, are you still accepting speakers? Are you still looking for speakers? If somebody got sick, do you need a backup speaker, right? That's what you're looking for. Or are they even an opportunity? And then after that, you're saying, hey, is this worth the 5 to 10 minute call for a meeting,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And then in that meeting, that's when you sell yourself. So what we've learned is even though people have the one sheets and all of that, that's great for the meeting. It's not the first thing you send to someone. If you want your pitches to go to spam right away, add an attachment to it. Email a stranger with an attachment, and Google will automatically put you in spam because you've never talked to this person before. You could be sending them a virus, right? So your first pitch is to get the meeting. This is our theory. So we believe the first pitch is to pitch for a meeting. And then after that, that's when you can present your one sheet and all the other things so that they remember you, even if they don't end up selecting you now, they still have a profile of you for their upcoming meetings, right? So what I want to do is to, again, any questions, can you put them in the chat? Let's see what, Ron, can you tell us more about the package in which PitchDB sends out pitches? Yes. So I'm going to show you that right now. I'm going to show you how the new PitchDB is going to change everything that you do regarding pitching. So before I get started, how many of you actively pitch right now? Or like right now, you're actively sending pitches in any form. It doesn't have to be PitchDB. You're sending out for speaking gigs. So I saw Rob and I saw Terry and Stacy, right? Okay. So for those who are actively pitching, and this isn't for judgment, how many pitches are you sending on a monthly basis, would you say?
I'm doing about five a month.
You're sending out 5 emails a month?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't use emails. I'm using LinkedIn to secure my speaking opportunities.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And Terry?
3.
Okay.
Tariq, I
Okay.
sent
Sorry, Terry.
that's okay. My assistant, she sends out probably about 10 a month, I think. I don't think she sends a ton, but it's probably going to spam because I know she sends an attachment. So I'm going to tell her that's already why I haven't been getting a call back.
Yeah,
Okay.
they will shut
And
you down.
Stacy?
Yeah, I would say 5 to 10. It varies on the month, so definitely need some improvement there.
Okay, right. So I'm going to share some data with you. I'm going to share some of my campaigns so that you can see what we're doing. And
that's
then
not
it'll
bad.
kind of put it in
Good.
perspective. Can you all see my screen here?
Mhm.
Right. So the first thing we want to look at is the open rate, because if you don't get in the inbox, it doesn't matter, right? So let me show you what, let's guess, let's play a game. What do you think my open rates are for our clients overall, good and bad pitches that are going to the code box? How many of them do you think even get opened?
If you're
What
getting
percentage?
about 20 to
10%.
30, 20 to 30 would be good.
Okay, I had 10%, 20 to 30. Tari, what you think? You agree, Stacy? 10%. Okay, right. So
That's average. Yeah.
in the last 2 months, we said 104,000 pitches with a 63% open rate.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
This is to cold.
Wow.
Right. This is cold pitches. Right. So we know a little bit about getting your message read. So
Okay.
I can say out of those 64,000 emails, the person may not have liked what the person said, but we can't say they didn't see it. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
And then some people say, well, man, maybe that's not right. Maybe it's just that system. So I have another system where we send another 25,000 a month from, right? And in this system, I think it's averaging a little bit over 50% here, right? Or this one is at 43%, right?
That's
So why do I show this? Is because if you're just consistent with the basics, you get ahead of everybody else who's sending all of this extra stuff. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So the first thing is no attachments. Hopefully we've cut down on the attachments. Don't send attachments if you want a 60%. I mean, send attachments if you don't want a 60% open rate, right? But overall, we're right around 55, 56%. If we combine both of those together, right? So why is that important? Because if they don't get your message, you never have a chance, right? Now, there's a big difference. I'm going to give you some basic data. If you're pitching conferences, the numbers are totally different than if you're pitching corporate. And I'll tell you the fundamental reason why. Here's the reason why. If you pitch a conference, they have a person that's sitting there expecting to get emails from speakers, right? So they put their name on the website. That's where we get all the data off of PitchDB. We just go to websites, manually write it into an Excel sheet, and we end up with 50,000 gigs inside of PitchDB. But it came from somebody manually going to the website and finding the person's name, putting it in a spreadsheet. When you're pitching corporate, that person is just in HR and operations or leadership and development. They have no clue who you are. They weren't even looking for you to come in to speak. So your response rate will be a bit lower. Does that make sense? So with corporate right now, we're seeing 150 pitches just to get a meeting, right? So about every 50 pitches, you'll get a response, but it takes 158 to be exact, to get a meeting from corporate right now, right? Because they're not expecting your pitch. Does that make sense? When it comes to conferences, right? Every 20 pitches or so, you get a response.
They have a call for speakers.
Yeah, they're either going to send you a link, tell you you're too late, or tell you to send them some more information, right? But they're very clear, right? Like the young lady earlier, she said, oh, I sent 20, I got 2 responses, 1 ended up being a gig. That's about average. She's a little bit above average because she got 2 responses within 20, but we're saying 1 every 20, you're going to get somebody that reply back, right? And I'll kind of show you one of those examples. Right, let's see. 1 moment. So here's an example campaign where in the last, since October 15th, we've sent 892 pitches for this young lady, right? So those who are sending 8, not saying, or 10, not saying that's bad, but how you going to compete with her, right? She got 89 responses, right at my 1 out of 10 thing. That's not bad. She's actually beating it with the 1 out of 10, but positive responses is about 1 out of 20. It's the exact numbers I just mentioned. So every 20 emails, she got a positive response.
Mm-hmm.
You see that? So we just take this 892 and divide it into 19, right? Make sense? So it's a volume game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a volume game, and that's all that we try to do. We want to show, hey, look, these are all the conferences. We're just reaching out to leadership conferences for her all over the world. She wanted Canada and the US, so those are the ones we went after. Now, why do I show you this? Because this is the same data that's in PitchDB. So all of you all have PitchDB. This is the same data that's inside. This person just pays us more to do it for them instead of them having to log into the software to do it themselves.
And
Is
that's
this making sense?
yeah, and that's what they actually have for their first month.
Exactly. Yep.
Usually like
Yep.
to have people sign on for at least 6 months so they can really see the rhythm.
Yep, exactly.
Just so they can see for 1 month what it would really be if they did 500 pitches a month to
exactly.
organizations and corporations and conferences. And
That's exactly it.
Sounds like a lot, but when you see those numbers, you see the open rate, then you've got to get that, and then it's a lower percentage each time you go. So he's going to actually show you how to really make sure that your brand stands out and is noticed once they do.
So we clear that you shouldn't send attachments and you probably need to send more. Okay, so those are if you don't take anything else away, just remember that, send more and don't send attachments and you'll be fine, right? So let me show you how easy it is. So let's say you wanted to send 500 a month on your own, right? So in 20 days, because that's how many working days you have in a month. You just need to send 25 pictures, right? So I'm going to show you how to do that. If you wanted to do it on your own, or if you want us to do it, we could do it for you, right? So I'm going to log in here and I'm going to erase some stuff. So this is PitchDB, and all of you should have this. So I'm going to go in and erase a lot of this here. Wait. So who wants to be my demo? Who wants to help me out with a demo? Okay, Tari, you want to do this? Perfect. So let's put your name in here instead of mine. And what's your last name, Tari? Can you unmute?
That's it.
Okay. And what's the name of your business?
Purpose Chasing
Academy.
Academy,
Okay. And where are you located?
Ohio.
Okay, what city?
Cleveland.
Okay, cool. All right. So here's what we figured out. We realized that most people don't pitch because they're not comfortable with describing themselves or knowing what matches for them, what's the best opportunities for them, right? So with PitchDB, this is the newer version that you're seeing that will be live on Monday. We're going to do all of that for you. So what's your website, Tari?
At TariDonaldson.com.
Did I spell that correct?
You did.
Okay, perfect. And if you had to describe in one sentence what you did, what would you say? I help clients.
I help women find their purpose, develop it into a profitable business.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Right. And are you on LinkedIn?
I am, and it's just my name, Tari Donaldson.
Okay, perfect. That's it right there, right?
I believe so. Let me make sure.
They know
I
that I'd be
got
like,
today.
they'd be
Make sure
like,
they gotta
Pam is
confirm.
so on top of us. It's like, okay.
Yeah, there you
Yes.
go. I see you. All right. So let's go ahead and do this, right? So now we have all of your information there. And I'm just going to pick personal development as the self-help as the topic, right? And I'm going to hit save. But I need your bio because I have the information and I can sit and I can say, well, hey, Tari, tell me more about you. Get it, give me your bio. You're going to be like, I'll get it to you later today. That's what I hear all the time because nobody has their bios done. Right?
I do.
They always say, I'll
They
get it to
do.
you later today. Now,
They
I'm not
do.
saying you all don't have y'all's done. I know y'all got y'all
Right.
stuff together. But most people usually say, oh, I'll get it to you later this evening. So
Right.
what we decided was we should go ahead and build that for you. Right.
Ah.
So here's what we know about Tari in just 30 seconds. As the founder of an empowering initiative based in Cleveland, Ohio, I'm Tari Donaldson, dedicated to guiding women on a transformative journey to discover and embrace their unique purposes.
This
Through
is
years
great.
of leadership and mentoring, I've honed an innate ability to inspire others towards self-realization and the actualization of their dreams. My passion lies in unlocking potential, cultivating entrepreneurial mindsets, and fostering personal growth that transcends traditional boundaries. Drawing from a wellspring of experience and a profound understanding of the challenges women face in business, my role has evolved into a beacon of support for those ready to embark on the path of entrepreneurship. I pride myself in creating a supportive community where women can learn, collaborate, and thrive. By curating personalized strategies and resources, I help each individual carve a niche that not only leads to a profitable business, but also makes a significant, fulfilling impact in their lives and society as a whole. Is that accurate?
That is very accurate. And yeah, I don't understand how you just did that, but yes,
Right?
that is.
It's
Boom.
crazy. A
Is
lot
It's
this
of
perfect,
Chat
right?
GPT AI like?
Exactly. So we've built Chat GPT in along with
I do
Google and a
all
bunch
that.
of other things.
Yeah, got
So
you.
we've built our own large language models to be able to do this. Now, so now that we know
That's
who
scary,
you are.
but goodness gracious.
saves a lot of time. So we can get on with
100%.
right.
So
Right.
now that we know who you are, we already know what the gigs are. So now I can come over here and just go and let's go and find a podcast that we may want to pitch you on, right? So let's say you want to go on something that had Lisa Nichols, right? Because y'all kind of like the same in my mind, right?
Mhm.
So let's say you want to pitch Lisa Nichols, the Lisa Nichols show, right? So now I just save that to a list and I come here to my contacts and I'm gonna hit pitch, right? And it says, I don't know what that area is, but we'll get that looked at.
Had to validate
Um,
her email.
Okay, so, but let's pick a different one. Let's pick John Lee Dumas right here, right? So now all I have to do is I can come in and I click generate with AI. And it's going to write the pitch right off the bat.
That's what people.
Hey, I hope this email finds you well. We recently came across your podcast, Entrepreneur on Fire. I must say, I was truly inspired by your work. As a fellow entrepreneur and the founder of Purpose Chasing Academy, I'm extremely passionate about empowering women to discover their purpose and turning it into a profitable business. I noticed that you cover such topics such as business strategy, entrepreneurial mindset, women's empowerment, which align perfectly with my expertise, right? I mean, we write the entire pitch for you, right? So now all you got to do is send it. No more thinking through it. No
That's
more
crazy.
templates where everybody's
Is it
templating the
less than
same
200
thing.
words, Ron? Because I was
Huh?
telling them to make it less than 200 words. Is it less than 200 words?
I'm not sure. We can change. We have a setting where you can change. You can
Okay.
change how many words you want, and you can change all of that to make those adjustments. But this is better than zero. Right
Yeah.
now, people are just sitting there like, what do I say? I'm gonna send this to a friend and tell me what you think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
No,
what
no
that's
more.
where not to say that's why publicists get paid, but this is the part that gets most people if they're going to DIY their PR about what to pitch, and that's where they really get stuck. So this is really uh, beautiful. I mean, it just will save you a lot of time, and you can get out there to more people. That is so good.
100%. So even if you wanted to pitch magazines or something else, right? I can come in and say, well, just show me, magazines, or look, I got local associations on here, right? But I can go into a media outlet. Let's pick a magazine, the Times or whatever. This guy, Jim Gauger, right? So if I wanted to reach out to the Times, I can come over here and I can pitch this guy. I don't think his email is correct, right?
It's got
One
to
second.
validate this email.
Yeah, we validate the emails before we send. So we
Oh.
don't want you sending it to a bad email. So we send a test email ahead of time to make sure that you don't end up messing up your domains or anything like that, right? So let's reach out to Business Insider and it'll just write to Serena and send her an email. That's the beauty of it. So there's no more excuses for not getting your message out there, right? So if you wanted to go in and edit this and make it look however you want, change the words, you can go in and delete it all. We just wanted to get you started. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
be available to everybody on Monday, right? So when you
That's why
currently
I'm so excited for this, right? Because this is like a no-brainer. It is, you can even too, just looking at YB, he's kind of like, he's got that thoughtful look. You can even take the pitch if you want, if you don't want it to go through there, you could have it go through there, but you can also save it and send it through LinkedIn if you want, because a tool is a tool. So you can copy and paste that as well. Maybe a different one and say, hey, I sent you an email, didn't hear back. Then you go back through LinkedIn and say, this is what I sent.
Exactly. And if you already have a template that's already written and you don't like the way, some people don't like the AI thing, right? So you could create a template, edit it, save it in here, and I'll show you how easy it is to reach out to someone. And look at how easy it is to, instead of having to use the AI, I can just drop in that template that I made and I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
It's that quick. You can just drop in the template that you already pre-wrote
Mm-hmm.
and send it, right? So we wanted to eliminate the time. And we think that this is the best way to do it if you're trying to reach out to podcast, public speaking, or press coverage. So right now we have 3.4 million podcasts. We have, I think 7,000 associations and about 40,000 media outlets, right? But all of this is being updated over the weekend to get the accurate data in and everything. But this is what you get with the lifetime deal. If you didn't buy the lifetime deal, you should get it because January 1st, they'll never be around again. Lifetime deals are going away January 1st.
I
So
think everybody got it. I made sure that everybody got it. So I
Yep.
knew this was coming. That was why I was like, you all got to get
Yep.
this. Yeah. And
yeah,
then
so
how many people are in the conferences?
so in conferences right now, I think there's 11,000. Yeah, there's 11,000 right now, but I have another almost 30,000 that we pulled over the last 6 months, with all of them being in 2024.
Give an
So
example for Tari, since you're already in her thing,
Yep.
A women's conference. Just say a general
Okay.
women's conference.
yeah,
Women,
let's
women
just search.
health,
Well,
women,
I can't spell women, but let me put it in there, right? There
women
it is.
health, or yeah, or women. Women health is probably more her niche too, because she helped with that. That yeah. So
Right. So let me do this. It would be women's health. And we got to put the parentheses around it so it searches just for that. Because if not, it'll search for both words. Right. Here we go. So we're going to go to this annual Women's Health Symposium. Right. And now we come there. We're going to send them a pitch. And we could drop in that template like we talked about, or we could have it generate with AI the exact pitch that we think is appropriate for you. Right. So we saw how it worked with the podcast. And there it is. We recently came across the annual Rural Women's Health Symposium and was incredibly intrigued by the mission of the event.
Ron, can't you, if you don't like this, can't you also copy it, put it back into GPT and ask it to reword it again, and it does the same thing?
You can do whatever you want to do with it. We don't
Yeah.
have GPT in, like where you could do it in here and reword it. You can just delete it and click generate again if you want.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right. You can just delete it out and generate again. It'll write something
Okay.
new.
All right.
Right.
All right.
You see what I mean? So it changed that one. But yeah, I mean the gist of it is we wanted to go from a blank screen to something that you can edit.
Yeah.
Right. Because sending something is better than sending nothing.
Exactly.
Right. So that's the purpose of this. What's your thoughts and feedback? I want to answer some of the questions. Does it do the subject line as well? We've tested subject lines. That's why our open rates are so high. All you got to do is put the name of the event in question. That is the best subject line that's ever been used, right? Because they don't know if you're a customer, right? They think you're looking for tickets, so they go read it.
That's true.
I got a question about the event. Hey, they may want some tickets. Let me read. He wants a speaking gig. That's okay, but I got to get you to read it, right? So saying,
got to get you to open it.
Special speaker for this. I ain't doing none of that. I want you to think I'm trying to buy something, So whatever the name of so we just by default, what we put is the name of the event, and then we'll put like guest or speaker or whatever the type of event it is, because we know that gets them to open. Make sense?
That's a good idea.
Someone else asked, are you checking to make sure that ChatGPT is not repeating the same information for speakers? Well, it's impossible. That is impossible. Why? Because do you run the let's see, what's the Purpose Academy? No, you don't. Like when it writes for me, it's going to write about branding. It ain't going to say nothing about women's mental peace, or I don't remember what it is, but it's not going to mention any other stuff about the Purpose Academy. It's going to be like, yo, do you want to sell more stuff with email? You know what I mean? So each person has their own story. Does this make sense?
Based on the bio that it generated for you.
Yep. And you can edit that bio. So I can come in here into the branding kit and actually change all of this stuff. I can take out the keywords. I can change what I'm saying. If you want to put your own bio in there for us to generate your stuff on, paste it in there. Go ahead. We just try to get people from not doing anything. Right? That's all that we're trying to do. Right? So any other questions?
Hey, Ron, this is Eric. Hey, I just wanted to tell you, like I said during our call, I love this. I love this. You talking to somebody who sent out attachments to I don't know how many. I did it the wrong way, so I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be incredible. I'm glad that I'm here to help you all, and all of you. I need to say this: everybody on the call, I haven't met with all of you because y'all haven't set up your meetings for your free 500 pitches. To kind of put it in perspective, we charge $1,000 a month to send 500 pitches. And you all, that was included in your Speak, Sell, Shine. Unless you just don't like
didn't know
free speaking gigs, free opportunities, cool. It's all good. Pam already took care of us for providing it. Y'all just wasted her stuff.
But you know what? I didn't know that. I didn't know that we could set up because I joined PitchDB before I ever left the conference.
Well, I sent you an email. I sent everyone an email saying, hey,
Okay.
Pam Perry sent me, right? I sent that email. I said, hey, look, y'all signed up. Y'all get 500 pitches. You probably
Okay.
want to set up this meeting.
You're in trouble now.
We're
I'm
here to
sorry.
help you.
So that we sent in, we answered some questions for you. I think I completed it.
Yeah, 24 people did it, but you didn't connect your email account. We can't send from you without your email account being connected, right? So Eva is taken care of. Stephen Boyd taken care of, right? So I know like everybody has to connect their email accounts, right? So like we don't send from our address. We want the pitches to come from you.
And you'll
Does that
see
make sense?
right. And you'll see when they respond, they'll respond back to you.
They respond back to you, and then you at that point can follow up and do whatever. We won't be your receptionist, but
Right.
we'll shoot, we'll be the pickup artist, right? We'll be your wingman. We like a wingman. We'll go over and introduce you. But
So
you
not
got to
too
take her
late?
on the date.
No, it's not too late.
We're not too late.
No,
So
no,
what?
no, it's not too
okay.
late. That's why I'm here today, is to remind y'all. That's the main purpose. Like, yo, do y'all not want this? This is incredible.
We want it.
Yeah, we want it. Like I said, I just didn't know we could do it. And I don't know if I missed the email or what, but I signed up for that before I left. Because I was like,
That was
figure
an
out how to
email that, and
sign
it is, Ron, they get a whole lot. So
Oh, yeah.
one of
No,
the
I mean,
things is I made a list of all the things, make sure that you got all these things. And it was like, make sure you got your article, make sure you did this and did. And so that one could have been, and it was like, I think yours was a job form, I believe, or something like that,
Yep.
it was separate. So they had a lot of different forms to fill out. So sometimes if they get stuck on one form, they thought they filled out the other forms, but it's like that form was for this person. That form was for Allegra. That form was for Pam. That one was for Ron. And so now it's just like, I don't know what I'm doing. So it's okay. That's why it's in this sequence that this is the thing. You need to hear from Ron directly. So now everybody's excited, like, I need that form. Yeah. That's the
okay, so Pam, I have a question. So we fill out the form, Ron. After we fill out the form, you said attach your email. You just mean when I sign up for PitchDB, make sure my email is in it?
No. Because the done for you side is done in a different system outside of PitchDB.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
So you need to just hop on a call with me. It takes 3 minutes. All you do is hop on Zoom. We connect your email account and it's done.
Oh, you do that.
Yep.
Okay. But how do we schedule?
Yeah, I'll put the link in the chat right now.
After you fill out the form, he then reaches back out to you because he
Yep.
needs to know who he's sending.
So
the-
I think let's see. I
Okay,
think
got it.
Vicky may have already done it. Let's check. I can see
I
here.
thought I filled out everything. You know, I was trying to be efficient, but sometimes you can be so efficient you can't remember what you did.
Oh yeah, I'll be able to
I'm
tell you
like
in a
that
moment,
too.
but
When I check
everyone who-
something off, it's out of my brain.
Right, exactly.
So everybody who hasn't set up, who hasn't connected their email, I'll give you that link and you can go ahead and connect the email and it'll make life a lot easier. Let's see. All right, let me see if Mrs. Hamilton has already done this.
Rhonda, did you do that?
I was just about to say, Ron, man, while you looking for that, I am so embarrassed about this. I signed up and got the lifetime thing so long ago, and the thing that slowed me down was having the time just to sit down and take advantage of the hundreds of pitches, right? I just haven't done it. I didn't know that a part of your service, we could also pay to have you send pitches monthly. So I'm very interested about that. I'm gonna reach back around. I did do my video testimonial. Did you ever receive that, Ron?
No, I can't remember. I get a lot of, I apologize, Rodney. Don't
Dude,
shoot
no
me.
problem, man. No problem.
I'm sure
I
you
did
sent it
it
to
just
me.
because of your responsiveness. I didn't do it based on the service because I hadn't tried it. But the way, Ron, guys, just for the record, he was very personable. He was very responsive. He got on the phone with me and walked me through some stuff. And that's what I did my testimonial about. So, but I'm going to follow up with you and secure this pitch service, man. It sounds great.
Yeah, I
no
want to know the
problem.
packages too.
Okay, no problem at all. So, Vicky, you actually sent your things in, so you're good. And Rodney, yes, I do have your yeah, because I couldn't notice you from your picture. I'm like, but you sent me your Jada Pinkett Smith award thing that
Oh,
you
yeah.
gave to Jada.
Yes,
Yeah, I
sir.
just
Yes.
didn't notice you not on video because the angle of your photo.
I got a face for radio, Ron. We got to listen. Sometimes we got to keep that camera off, bro. I'm a
Cool.
radio guy right now.
No, that totally makes sense. So, any other questions? I know we got about 10 minutes left. I don't know how much longer you all had scheduled, but any other questions up to this point? So we need to get everyone who wants the 500 pitches, get your emails connected so that we can get that going for you. The link that you need to do that, I'm going to put it here in the chat, which is www.pitchdb.com/calendar. Stephen had to pull off. Okay. Let me see if Tari is in there. Yep, I got you. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking on here. There's some people that are not in the call that have filled out the form, but it appears that everybody in the call has filled out the form. Let
Dr.
me
Rhonda,
check.
did you see the email?
Yep, I got hers too. So
Did I fill
I
it out?
got her form. I don't know if she replied to the email though, but
I don't remember seeing the email. I do remember filling out the form.
Okay.
yep. But the link is the same link that would have been in the email is in the chat. And let's see. So we reached out to 19 people and 18 of them saw the email and 3 of them actually set up the meetings. So we can see everything.
It's kind of like keep. We know those cats.
Yeah, we were able to, we saw that. Yeah, this is, yeah, so we can
Ron,
see that.
can you see if I filled it out? I don't recall filling it out, but I might have.
Yep.
I did.
Well, one moment, I'll tell you in a second.
I know I don't have an email. I just checked my email, so I haven't received an email.
I'm putting us on blast. He like, y'all
There you
opened it, did not send
I know that's right.
Y'all be thinking everybody that done brought in front of y'all, they be like, Pam's people don't be playing.
I want you to win,
That's it.
I want you to win, and you only can win by sending the pitch. It all starts with that,
That's it.
Any other questions?
It's pitchdb.com/calendar.
Yep.
Hey,
For them to set up your I forgot the HTTPS. My bad. Yeah, that should let you pick a time, and let's go ahead and get you connected so that we can start getting your pitches out. Any other questions?
Ron, this is Eric again. Is there anything else I need to do? I know we had our call. I know we did everything.
Yep. Already got you set up. You're all good.
Roger that. Thanks, man.
Eva.
And
So
you
Ron,
got everything. Good.
When you send the pitches out, any responses will come to us.
Yep.
Right, in our email. So we can just go on PitchDB and see when those emails were sent.
No. So everything you'll see in your inbox, right? So I wanted to come on today to talk about pitching, right? So everybody sign up, right? Some of you were there earlier. We haven't sent anything, right? So with YB, Eric, Eva, I think it's one other person, Steven, we got you set up, right? But I want to make sure we can get everybody in there. So come on, we got you.
Ron, I sent you an email after we met, and I was trying to see whether or
Pam,
not,
okay, yeah,
because
I couldn't see who was talking. I'm looking on the screen.
Oh, sorry. Yes. It's no problem. But I sent you an email after we met because you did the bio and you showed some other things in there. Should that still be in when I go into the account? What you created when we
Oh,
met?
when I did the demo with you, no, that won't,
Mhm.
it won't be in there. You'll have to do it over. So when you sign
Okay.
in on Monday, it'll prompt
Okay.
a screen for you to enter all of your own information again. That was just a
Okay.
demo when I was just showing you. I forgot, I showed you this way before it was even live, but we were just kind of
Yeah.
around
Yeah,
with
I
it.
got a framework out of that. Yeah, that was awesome. Thank
Oh,
you.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's coming
Yeah.
too. That'll be in there also where you'll be able to pick frameworks. So if you all don't know what she's talking about, I'll show you really quickly. I'll give you a preview into some of the other features. So have you all ever heard someone speak and the entire speech, they just kept quoting people? And you like, dude, if I wanted to hear that dude, I would have just went in. Well, they should have just brought him in to speak instead of having you coming up here being a parrot, right? Now, imagine if I say, yo, I'm gonna show y'all the YB framework. You'd be like, wait, who was YB? He stole that from Youngblood? Because YB, that's what he calls himself. So we're gonna help you to build out frameworks for yourself so that when you go out to do your speeches or whatever you're presenting your own intellectual property,
There you go.
right? So let me show you what I mean by that. And this is what Pam got to see, and we demonstrated this. So when you log in on Monday, what you're going to see is this screen, Pam. So you'll just fill this out, right? And then we're going to ask you some questions. How many podcasts you want to be on? How many speaking gigs you're looking to be on? You know, how many media opportunities? We want to understand what your goals are, because we know that people called humans need accountability. So inside, we start offering that type of accountability to you. So let me see if I can go in the right direction here. So here's what you'll get. And this is what we did with Pam. So we have this thing called acronyms. And automatically, it will take your name and your business name and turn it into an acronym based on your bio, right? So imagine someone said, we're going to teach you the PitchDB framework. Well, it's mine. They stole my stuff. I don't mind them promoting it, but they should have come up with their own, right? So the system will automatically build these for you. So you'll be able to have your own intellectual property to talk about. It won't be, well, Kirk Franklin said, you ain't gotta quote Kirk no more. You can say your own melodies from heaven. Come up with your own songs. We'll help you with that, right? That's what we're trying to do. Is this helpful? I see Vicky likes it, so that's good,
My
but
name
this
is
is what
easy.
we're trying
My
to do.
name is easy because it's only 3 letters. So it's the Pam method, or the Pam masterclass. Promote, amplify, market.
Well,
So
that
only
for
3.
me, for me, we use the word finisher. So for
Exactly.
Finishers Network, and he gave me a framework for finisher.
Yep. So
So you
you'll be
can
able
use
to
a
enter a
word too.
word that you could use on your own. So this is just in our design to show how it looks, where we'll use first name, we'll use your name, your business name, and then you'll be able to pick like a word that, like mine is pitch. Everything that I do is around pitch, right? So, but that's what it'll be. And this is going to be incredible. I want to show you one last thing, because this is what you all have paid for, and you're the last folks getting the lifetime deal. So I want to show you this accountability part. So let's say, for instance, I said I wanted to be on 5 podcasts a month. So that's going to show up here in my goals, but it's going to tell me how many pitches I need to send to achieve that. Right? So when you log in, we're going to see where you are. If you're saying, yo, I want to send, I want to be on 5 podcasts, you can see in here, I only got 4. So I need to pitch some more to hit my goal for the month, right? Your responses, you'll be able to see your responses right there on the page. You'll be able to build out your frameworks, use general AI, and the general AI is coming up with those, like asking other questions, coming up with YouTube videos. All of that is included, but just give us some time, but that's all there. As far as, here's my favorite one. You ever been interviewed on a podcast and the person didn't know who you were? You're like, dude, like, did you even look me up? So how about having a list of questions that you can just share with the podcaster ahead of time so that they know at least these are the 10 questions you should at least ask me so that it doesn't sound like a stupid interview, right? So we're just trying to make it so much easier for you, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Stacy, you have your favorite questions on your one sheet. Yeah. Because
Yep. Is this helpful? Is this helpful, guys?
A lot of times
Helpful. It's beyond helpful. This is phenomenal. And somebody who's in technology and uses AI all the time is my lifeblood for everything I do, because what takes an hour now takes me 30 seconds. I'm loving what I'm seeing with the integration. This is phenomenal.
This is it.
Great job, Ron.
This is awesome.
And
Yeah.
thank you, Pam, for not leaving us out. Thank you, thank you.
I'm like, I'm
Yes,
pushing
ma'am.
them. I'm pushing them. It ain't even ready yet, but they gonna be on there. All right, they on there. So yeah, this is it. The other part, when you all get the magazine, you're gonna read this part later. I guess they'll read this part later, Ron.
Yep.
So we'll go over that later.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's the branding kit. It's a 12-month plan of how you can build a brand. Now, here's the thing that we know: brand is forever. You don't go on one podcast and have a brand built. You don't do one speaking gig and have a brand built. Your brand is continually fortified forever. So we just want to give you a 12-month branding kit so that you could see the steps that you need to take in order to have to start building that brand reputation. Brand and reputation are the same words to me. So I was glad to hear people say, hey, Ron responded to me really, really quickly and he got back to me. That's what I want the reputation to be of PitchDB, which is we give the best service, right? If we can give you the best customer service, we think the little bitty issues that you may have with the software, you'll be a little bit more forgiving with us as we grow. Because we don't have any venture funding. I fund this out of my pocket. I pay all 15 of the employees myself, right? So this is just a Black man trying to build a business. And one thing I do know how to do is how to be graceful with people. So I try to give you the best service and get back to you as quickly as possible.
That's it. And that's
Well, Ron, please let us know how we can continue to bless you, because it's nothing like seeing another Black man in a business as an entrepreneur doing something to help other people. So let us know how we can support you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. And all of the guys that when you all go through your book, even like Talkadot, he's next week. All of them are great service. It's like, these are the people, because you can have all the other tools, but if the service is crappy, like you don't want it. So I know service is good. Ron's service is good. Talkadot, Dawn, Tony, our legal, they're there for you. So that is part of it. And this community is for you guys. So I want it to be, these are your peoples. These are your peoples. And so remember I always said, I'm taking away all excuses. There are no excuses. Even the VA person, there's 2 VA people in there. So, there's no excuses, like whatever you need. The one thing I would say to pitch that maybe PitchDB can add in, Ron, and you could think about this, I just thought about it, is that pitch contests are very frequent, but how do people find pitch contests to pitch, to be a part of? So
what's a pitch contest? What's that?
A pitch contest is where you're pitching your business to a panel and you win money.
Okay. Like for startup competitions. I know what you're talking about.
Startup competitions, or it could be anything. It doesn't have to be startup, just be a business. But there's a lot of pitch contests and people find out about them kind of like haphazardly. Sometimes I find some for my clients and I send it to them, but it's like there's not a place that is where they're aggregated so I can find like how to pitch.
And I'll look into that.
Yeah, so that would be a good category to have, because that way people can learn how to pitch themselves and then win money. And it could be anywhere from $700 to $7,000. Just pitching is part of that.
How valuable would like corporate consulting opportunities be, right? So if we were to put different companies in where you could reach out to them, because I know most speakers are coaches, right? And they're usually trying to offer some type of coaching or consulting service. And a lot of times we're offering it to micro businesses instead of, offering it to some of the larger corporations. would that be valuable as another opportunity? Because we have universities, we have high schools, we have all of those things already in PitchDB, but the ability to add those corporate contacts, that's something that we're considering. You know,
It would be very
if you
valuable,
want
Ron.
feedback, that would be great.
Yeah, it'd be very valuable. Some of my largest clients were corporations. One of the things that keeps me running back and forth to Michigan sometimes is Fiat Chrysler. So yeah, companies like that would be great.
I completely agree.
Okay.
Cool.
No,
Right,
I hear you. We gonna look into that. That's a huge opportunity that'll be coming. It's something that we've debated back and forth about, but I think it's something that we can do, you know. Any other questions for me before I let you get back to your afternoons?
So all this stuff that you just showed us will be ready to go on Monday.
The things that I showed you at the beginning will be ready to go on Monday. A lot of the building out the frameworks, those are coming in the next couple of weeks. Okay. We wanted the main functionality, which is pitching, right? Okay. We wanted that part done, and that's ready. That'll be live on Monday, right?
Okay. And then with us, we just need to make sure that we schedule our meeting, which I did for Monday at 1 o'clock. And we get our 500, but that's a different system if we signed up for the lifetime. That's a totally different.
Yeah. So the thing that you signed up for a lifetime, that is a do it yourself or have your team do it for you system.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
The 500 pitches that came with Speak, Sell, Shine, that's we'll do it for you. And if afterwards you're like, yo, this is working, I want y'all to keep doing it. We've worked out a deal where you'll get it for less than what we normally charge.
Okay.
But you know, and then we'll take care of that for you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, thank you all so much. I will send you all the recording of this for those that didn't get on with us live to answer your questions. You will just next week is our last week. So next week is Talk-A-Dot. So we got everything that we need. Everything that you need is already inside of you, but now you got some tools. Okay. So that's the main thing. That's the main thing. Well, thank you.
But that's not it, because we all following you. You can't get rid of us that easy.
Right. So I'm setting that up. And actually I'm gonna send out an invite today because it is available. It's just for you guys up until the 31st of this year. So it's the Ready, Set, Go Speak community, and it's revamped. And it's basically this kind of community. And you all are going to be the moderator. And it's along with me. And then I'm also going to have media people in here. And then from time to time, Ron will show up as well to explain his new programs that he's always cooking up. You know, he deals with speakers. How many speakers you said over the years? You talked to like 5,000 speakers over the last few years.
Yeah, well, so we've interviewed individually 5,000 speakers to allow 2,000 of them inside of PitchDB. So there's 2,000 people that use PitchDB. We didn't allow people to sign up directly at first. They had to set up a meeting with me. And then if I thought they were going to complain about it, we would just say, oh, it ain't ready yet. If I thought they would get in and use it and not really complain, kind of give us some grace to get it right, we allowed them to get in and we helped them with a lifetime account.
Yeah. So he knows really what it is that you all need and the pain points and the things that keep you stuck in the whole part. I'm here as your pusher and your cheerleader, but really your pusher. So I will look and see when there are things that I know that you should be doing. I may call you out and say, hey, let's do this, or did you think about that? Or did you connect with that person, or you need to meet this person? That's what I'm here for, because I can see each one of you all individually and I know where you all need to be. And sometimes I see more for you than you see for yourself. So that's why sometimes I may be a little rough with you, but it's only because I just see so much more in you. So, just know that I love you guys. You are not going away. It's just, I need to see that star shining. Okay. Cause I already know you have it, but it's like, okay, what is it that you need? So know that all these things were delivered in terms of the people that I put in front of you. Okay. Because that's
if you have any questions about pitching, let me know. Last year we set, I can't wait to see what the number is this year. I know last year we set 7,200 meetings with podcasters or event planners just last year. We set twice as many pitches this year, so we should be over 10,000 meetings this year set. So we know what we're doing. So if you have any questions, just let me know.
All right. All right, guys. Talk to y'all later. See you all in Telegram, okay?
Have a great weekend.
All
Yeah.
right. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.